All right, today we are diving headfirst into a true cosmic mystery. We're on the hunt for a strange, invisible force that's quite literally pushing the entire universe apart. For most of cosmic history, we thought gravity was the undisputed champ, right? It pulls everything together. Galaxies, stars, you name it. But it looks like there's a new contender in the ring. And this new force isn't just fighting gravity to a draw, it's winning. So what in the universe is it? That's the big question. Okay, so before we can even start pointing fingers at a suspect, we've got to understand the scene of the crime. And in this case, the crime scene is, well, it's everything. For the longest time, we knew the universe was expanding. But the real story, it is so much weirder. Yeah, you heard that right. The whole expansion isn't slowing down, which is what you'd expect with gravity pulling everything back. Nope, it's speeding up. It's like someone slammed their foot on a cosmic gas pedal, and every galaxy is flying away from every other galaxy faster and faster. This is our central clue. And look, this isn't just some wild theory. We have a ton of evidence, all from different, independent sources, and they're all pointing to the exact same conclusion. Think of it like fingerprints left all over the place, from the faint glow of the Big Bang itself to the way galaxies are clumped together. They all tell the same shocking story. Our universe is in overdrive. So, we've got our evidence. Let's bring in our first suspect. Now, in any good detective story, you always start with the most obvious, the simplest explanation. And in cosmology, that simple explanation has a name, the cosmological constant. The idea here is that empty space isn't really empty at all. It has this built-in energy, a fundamental property that creates a constant, repulsive force. It's kind of like an anti-gravity. It doesn't get weaker, it doesn't change, it's just there, always pushing everything apart. Now, don't let the equation scare you. This number is everything. Physicists needed a way to measure the pushiness of this dark energy. They call it the equation of state, or omega. And for our first suspect, the cosmological constant, omega is exactly -1. Think of this number, -1, as the definitive fingerprint. Burn it into your brain. It's a really clean explanation, right? Maybe a little too clean. I mean, the universe is a messy, dynamic, evolving place. What if this force isn't some boring constant? What if it actually changes over billions of years? And asking that question, well, that opens the door to a whole new lineup of suspects. And this brings us to our main person of interest today. It's a far more dynamic and frankly more interesting theory called K-essence. This isn't just some static feature of space. Oh no, this is an active, evolving field of energy. The K is the crucial part here. It stands for kinetic. Kinetic energy, the energy of motion. So, unlike the cosmological constant, which is all about the energy of just existing, K-essence is all about the energy of moving. Its power comes from its dynamics, how it behaves. And just so you know, we're not just making this up. This isn't science fiction. The specific model we're digging into comes from real-world physics laid out in a 2014 paper. So yeah, scientists are out there right now trying to figure out if this is the answer. So what makes this so different from the energy you learned about in high school? Well, with normal energy, the motion part, the kinetic term, is pretty simple. Think of a car driving down a nice, smooth road. But for K-essence, that term is non-canonical. It's just a fancy physicist's way of saying it's weird and complex. Now imagine that same car trying to drive through super thick mud. The energy it needs depends a lot on how it's moving, how fast the wheels are spinning, for example. That's K-essence. Its entire effect is dominated by its strange, complex motion. And this weird, motion-based energy leads to something really fascinating. If its effect depends on how it's moving, well, what happens when that motion changes? This is where we uncover its secret weapon, a kind of kinetic tipping point. Let's walk through this. First, just picture this K-essence field, filling all of space. Got it? Okay. Second, let's give its energy of motion a name. Physicists call the important part X. Now, as the universe does its thing, expanding, evolving, the motion of this field, this X value, also changes. And here's the kicker. As X changes, so does the field's effect on the cosmos. Until, at one very specific moment, something incredible happens. Its equation of state, that pushiness we talked about, hits exactly -1. Wait a second. Does that number ring a bell? It absolutely should. That is the exact same fingerprint as the simple, boring cosmological constant. And this is what makes the theory so beautiful. So here's the takeaway. This dynamic, moving energy field can change over billions of years, and then, right when it needs to, its motion hits a sweet spot that makes it look exactly like the dark energy we see today. Our suspect has the means, the motive, and the opportunity. It's a perfect match.
But hold on, because the story gets even better. This K-essence idea isn't just some random theory cooked up to explain dark energy. It turns out this idea has deep, deep roots that connect all the way back to the very beginning of the universe.
See, K-essence isn't just a wild guess. The math behind it actually pops out of string theory, which is one of our best shots at a theory of everything. And what's even crazier is that a version of this same kinetic energy idea was also proposed to explain cosmic inflation, that moment of insane faster-than-light expansion just a split second after the Big Bang. Just let that sink in for a moment. We have two moments of unbelievable, accelerating expansion in the history of our universe. One at the very, very beginning, and one happening right now, all around us. And this one theory, K-essence, is telling us that the very same kind of physics could be behind both of them. And that leaves us with this incredible, mind-bending thought. Could a single, elegant idea explain both the explosive birth of our universe and its current, accelerating fate? The hunt for dark energy is far from over, but with K-essence, we might just have a suspect that's capable of solving two of the biggest cosmic mysteries at once.